Welcome. Welcome to each one of you, and to each one of you who is listening somewhere in your home, maybe in the car. You might even be on the way to the ball game. Who knows? But we welcome you here for this time period. A holy period. I want to share something with you. It's been on my mind actually for a couple of years, and I actually get to do it today. We've just participated in a song about coming to Bethlehem. I know that's Sandra's title, her theme today. So listen to this. O little town of Appleton, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark streets shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. How silently the wondrous gift is given. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of his heaven. No ear may hear its calling, but in this world of sin, let me do that over again. No ear may hear his calling, but in this world of sin where meek souls will receive him, still the dear Christ enters in. So my wish, my prayer, is that your hearts are so opened, so ready to receive the love, divine love, that supersedes the best of human love you've ever felt and experienced. Divine love in your heart, throughout your whole being, now and forever. And with that, we'll begin our service. It's time to say our vision, mission, and our mission, vision, and value statements together. They're written up here. I think you even out there can see these. So, our vocal cords are full of vibrations and energy. Even if you're sitting in the car on your way to the game, say these out loud with us, because that will spread out to the game even, and maybe the Packers will win. Incentive counts. So here we go. Our vision, a world powerfully transformed through shared spiritual awakening. And our mission statement, advancing the movement of spiritual awakening and transformation through unity, a positive path for spiritual living. And our values, abundance, acceptance, community, diversity, integrity, joy, and love. We celebrate our children by saying together, Unity of Appleton sees the divinity in all children and nurtures their unfolding spirituality. We move on to the daily word. Today's message is about love. I feel blessed to share God's steadfast love. As Advent season continues, I give thanks for the steadfast love of God, which dispels the darkness of conflict and loneliness with the light of harmony and togetherness. Love is personal and sacred, human and divine, immediate and immortal. Amid seasonal greetings for joy and peace, I give thanks for the power of love. I am a divine being, bringing the love of God into the world. Through my words and actions, I am kind and patient, considerate, empathetic, encouraging, supportive. As I am blessed by love, I share love's blessings with others. I center myself on the Christ within and go forth as the heart and hands of love in the world. And from 1 John from the Bible, Beloved, let us love one another, because love is from God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. And together we can recite what's at the top of the page. Love. I feel blessed to share God's love, vast love. This being the third week of Advent, I'm going to light the 2 purple candles that have been lit before, and we go on to the pink candle today. There we go.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kissed your little baby, you kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? And the sleeping child you're holding is the great I am. Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
Okay, this isn't about Sandra, even though I have to introduce her, but the coolest thing that can ever happen to a singer is when the audience goes, wow. Which we heard. So thank you very much, that was really cool. And so we move on from that to talking about Bethlehem with Reverend Sandra. And again, she needs no introduction. We know her, we're delighted that she's here, so please welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Wow, what an incredible job with that solo. Woo-hoo. I'm going to kind of move things around here. Good morning. It's good to be back this morning. It was a great drive over. For about the first hour and a half, I had the road entirely to myself. So I have a couple stories that I want to share about gifts and gift giving. There was a wife on Christmas Eve, and she said to her husband, she said, "I had a dream last night that you bought me a diamond necklace for Christmas." And he replied, "Well, you'll just have to wait till this evening and see." So she opened her gift that evening, and she had received a book titled, "What Do Dreams Mean?" Love that one. And here's another story that really shows that Christmas is for love. You know, that's our Advent word for today, love. Mostly Christmas is about love. A true story, and this is about a little boy named Matthew. He was 10 years old. He was an orphan who lived with his aunt. And she was kind of bitter, a middle-aged woman, was really greatly annoyed by the burden of having to raise this child. He had been her sister's son, and she died. And she really never failed to remind Matthew about that this is something she'd taken on. And if it wasn't for her generosity, he would be homeless. And still with all that negativity and scolding and chilliness at home, Matthew was really a sweet and a gentle child. And his teacher in school had not really noticed him much in school until he began staying after class and helping straighten up the room. And he and the teacher did that together quietly, not really talking much, just enjoying the solitude of that hour together. And when they did talk, Matthew spoke mostly about his mother, the one who had passed. And though he was really quite young when she died, he remembered how kind and gentle and loving that woman was. And as Christmas drew closer that year, Matthew failed to stay after school each day. He just kind of stopped staying. He would run quickly out of the room after class. And so the teacher stopped him one day and said, "Why do you no longer stay and help?" She said, "I missed that." And he replied, "Well, I've been busy making a surprise for you for Christmas." So finally the last day came for the school before Christmas, and Matthew came quietly and slowly into the room late that afternoon, and behind his back he was holding something. And he said, "I have your present. I hope you like it." And he held out his hands, and there laying in the small palms was a tiny wooden box. And the teacher said, "Oh, it's beautiful, Matthew. Was there something in it?" And she opened the top to look inside. And Matthew said, "Oh, you can't see what's in it. You can't touch it or taste it. But Mother always said it makes you feel good all the time. Warm on cold nights and safe when you're all alone." And the teacher said, "What is it, Matthew, that makes you feel so good?" He said, "It's love." He whispered softly, and Mother always said it's best when you give it away. That's a sweet story. You know, Christmas is really for gaiety and mirth and song and for good and wondrous gifts, but mostly Christmas is about love. So here's a great gift idea I've actually used myself. If you're still shopping, a gift of prayer. You can call Silent Unity. Now, I know this because I worked there. Or you can even send a text. And you can request a prayer for someone, for joy, for health, for peace, for abundance, for 2024, for the new year. And then if you have their name and address handy, they will send a letter to that person with that prayer. I think that'd be a great gift to receive. And it's free, and Silent Unity did the mailing for you. Don't tell them I said that part. You know, it's our divine nature to give. We are creations of the infinite giver. We were born to give. And we shine our light when we give, just like Matthew. So I invited you to notice today that the talk title isn't The Journey to Bethlehem. It's Our Journey to Bethlehem. Because Christmas is truly our story. It's the birthright conveyed in Paul's great declaration, Christ in you, the hope of glory. You know, as a writer, I love quotes, especially ones that really speak to me. A simple couple of lines of wisdom. You know, I even gather them on pieces of paper and have a special place where I hold this vision of maybe someday they will be at the beginning of each chapter in a book I write. So 3 came to me this year that I really felt positive about, that I wanted to share. One was following the experience of our pandemic shutdown. And the quote is, "Gathering matters because it is through each other that we figure out what we believe." Now that quote came to me the very week I was prepping a Daily Word Sunday talk, and the daily word that day was gathering. I love how that stuff happens. Gathering matters because it's through each other that we figure what we believe. And for that to come right after we were all unable to gather, I think made it even more valuable. And this one was handwritten on the back of a business card by a sales associate at a furniture store, and he isn't even the one I was working with. But he was behind the desk, and you know, we never know how to explain these things. I always say they're God things. And on the back of the card, which he handed to me just as I was leaving, he had handwritten in quotes, "And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music." And that's by Frederick, I don't know how to say the last name, Nietzsche? Close? And there is a quote by which I live my life, and it's by Emerson. "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." I think you might all be familiar with that one, right? So I wanted to share a bit of the metaphysics of the Christmas story. And when we share the metaphysics, which is the higher meaning, we do experience the Christmas story. You know, in Luke's story it reads, "Let us go now to Bethlehem and see this thing that has taken place, which the Lord has made known to us." And as we take a closer look at Luke's account of the Christmas story, we realize no one found the miracle of Christmas by staying home. Mary and Joseph, of course, made their grueling journey. The shepherds who lived in the fields, they leave when they hear the angel's announcement. The angels had left their heavenly home. Later, the wise men arrive from a distant country in the east. No one stayed safely at home. And if we want to find the miracle of Christmas, it helps us to take a few steps out of our safe comfort zone. Not physically, but beginning with the understanding that all we really want is packaged and wrapped inside of us. You know, there are feelings to be felt in the depths beyond the surface soul of Christmas. There is available a feeling of love and oneness that's rooted in this mystical message. One must truly want it, sincerely invite it, ask for it, seek it, knock on the door. And then you must totally believe that it's available to you, that you're worthy, and humbly give yourself over to this activity of spirit. That's going to Bethlehem. So why is it difficult for some of us to believe this story? You know, this story of love and divinity that's within us. I want to use a dog, for example. If you want to direct a dog's attention to something, you point at it. But where do the dog's eyes go? Immediately to your finger, right? Not to the thing that you're pointing at. And so your dog looks lovingly and excitedly at your finger. I try the same thing when I want my cat to see a squirrel or a bird out the window. And she focuses on me. That's how Christianity has looked at Jesus. I want you to really get this today. It took me a long time to get this. Jesus has the index finger pointing the way to God. And people, and especially Christianity, gets all excited and passionate about that which is doing the pointing, rather than at what he's pointing to. So here's where he pointed. He pointed to the idea that each and every individual has, if they just open their hearts, an intimate relationship with God, with good, with an energy that's everywhere, in everything, omnipresent. You know, Christmas can be the best of times, and it can be the worst of times. The story of Joseph and Mary is a story of family, a story of commitment in the face of difficulties. And our feelings about Christmas really tend to be closely related to our feelings about family. And if those are negative, one does not have to associate Christmas with one's relationship with family. We can create new memories that are more positive. We learn metaphysically Bethlehem means a realization of abundant substance. And this increase of substance of ideas and consciousness brings a corresponding fruitfulness and abundance throughout our entire life. A realization of abundant substance going to Bethlehem. And when we're not sure what we want or in what direction we want to move, we might feel there's no longer room in the inn. We may feel like a stranger in the stable, even from ourselves. We may feel stuck. Thomas More writes, and I quote, "To remain stuck preserves us from movement into a new region of imagination and experience. The only effective response is to deepen, to go within. And eventually the dilemma may diminish as possibility comes into view. In that quote. So it may be when we no longer know what to do is when we come to our real work. We no longer know which way to go. We have begun our real journey, going to Bethlehem. And the Christmas story doesn't end with the birth. The story brings us back to the reality of relationships. The baby Jesus is a profound symbol for how God is related to the world. And as God is present everywhere at all times, God would certainly be present with even the poorest and helpless infant. And that infant would have the potential to grow in knowledge and make mystical contact with the mind of God. And that power would work through the child over a lifetime to work miracles of love and inspire the world. And as we begin the practice of beholding the divinity, the Christ, in everyone we meet, the world will begin to present a different picture. People will react in a different way. Nothing you say, it's just thoughts held in mind. The world will respond differently to us because the world will bring us back to what we have been given. Living from our spiritual nature is a gift that we give ourselves and we give others. To see the divinity in all, the Christ in all, self and others, is truly an awesome gift. Today I want to encourage you, I invite you, I urge you to be open to receive the gift of who you are, to honor that gift of who you are, to let the gift of who you are express, even in the face of any perceived limitations, fears, challenges. Galatians 6:22 reads, "And the gifts of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law." That very Spirit is born in each one of us. That very Spirit can work through us to overcome any obstacle, to achieve any height. And if we look at the baby Jesus as a symbol for the divine potential in every human, Christmas is indeed the best of times, if it's Christmas that gets us there. So your Bethlehem is your ordinary, everyday responsibilities. Bethlehem says, "I will show you that through your days and life space, maybe crowded, maybe jam-filled, there will always be room in your heart for the Christ love. You come to me, Bethlehem, to take care of your ordinary, everyday responsibilities here in Bethlehem. In the midst of crowds and pressures, you know God's good. Here in Bethlehem, Mary brought forth Jesus. You choose to bring forth positive changes in your life so that you can be happier, healthier, more peaceful, prosperous. So in our journey to Bethlehem, let's take the entire family, at least in our hearts. As you take the journey, you will taste that sacred sweetness of Christmas. Amen.
I now invite you to begin to prepare yourself for reflective personal prayer and guided musical meditation. After which, I ask that you remain in essential silence during the music. If you choose to, you can close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body as it relaxes into your chair and you let go of today's anxieties. Feel your feet on the solid earth beneath as you let go of tomorrow's worries. Become aware of your breathing as you breathe in life and breathe out love. Breathe in life and breathe out love. As you become centered, focus on your beautiful heart, your beautiful Christ self. Become filled with gratitude and allow into yourself that which fills you with peace and love. So we begin. to gently return to this place. Open your eyes in the spirit of peace, gratitude, and love.
One more. Wow. This has been a morning of wow. I am so glad to be here. And so now we move from we're not going to move from anywhere. We're going to stay in prayer. But this is the time for prayer of affirmation, of prosperity. It's the time when those of us who feel unity is our spiritual home practice putting spirit first in our financial life. This practice prospers the spiritual community we love, and it supports our own spiritual growth and prosperity. Please give whatever amount Spirit guides you to give, whether it's in person right here and now as the plate passes around, or electronically. Whatever that amount is, take that gift into your heart and bless it with your love. Feel free to bless the plate as it passes by. Let yourself feel grateful to God in you as your one source. And then please join in our affirmation of prosperity. Again, it's on the board. Unity of Appleton is alive with the Spirit in the flow of divine abundance and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And together we say our celebration of giving and receiving. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love, and I trust God as my source. That just happens to be my very favorite Christmas song. The overflow of love that we call abundance is everywhere. As we let the Christ love into our hearts, expressed through our hands, surrounding us everywhere. We give thanks. And we go on to announcements. Thanks to all who donated to our Adopt a Family drive with the Salvation Army. And thanks to your generosity, a local family will have groceries and presents under their tree. Yes?
Just wondering if those who rang bells could stand and be recognized.
Okay, raise your hand or stand if you are one of those who participated in the drive. Okay. On behalf of Unity, thank you. Today, our community potluck after the service. Then on Thursday, December 21st, the winter solstice celebration with Brilliant Bliss from 6 to 8 p.m. That's going to be wonderful. Our Christmas Eve service, which is going to be, I can just feel it in my bones, going to be wonderful. No morning service that day, but we will meet here at 6:30 Christmas Eve evening. And then burning bowl ceremony on Sunday, the 31st, New Year's Eve day, at the 10 a.m. service. And on the 7th, a week after, at the 10 a.m. service, the White Stone ceremony. Both of those are really, really very, very meaningful. A perfect way to really set the tone for your next year. So plan on coming. Again, it's another way of gathering that multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we joyfully give and receive. Oh, and the Brilliant Bliss would appreciate an RSVP today so that they know how they can set up and accommodate everybody who comes. Okay? Anything else? Maybe that's it. Linda.
There's probably a number of us that need to RSVP for this event. Should we just write our names down on a sheet of paper?
Is there a list?
Why don't you go to the next slide? That might help.
Next slide. Okay, here we go. No.
That was it.
This one, or is this what you have in mind?
Yep.
Okay, want to warm up with some cooking. We're looking for folks to bring vegetarian finger food or sweets for the winter solstice tea and treat reception next Thursday night. You can bring in your delicious dishes Monday from 6 to 7, Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m., or that Thursday night. We're also looking for 1 to 2 people to manage the treat table. It will be set up in the back of the sanctuary. If you are interested in either or both, please indicate that on the sign-up sheet at the Connect and Serve table.
So basically, if you don't want to bring
So,
anything, you can just, if you want to stick your name on there, because it's already for the solstice, then that would be great. There's already over 40 people RSVP'd. So, again, with that many people, they really would like to have some kind of final number. She makes this very special solstice tea, and she wants to make sure, that she's got enough for everybody.
Okay, so vegetarian, and I guess I could suggest, what's that other one? The gluten-free. I think these are more sweet kinds of things, so if you have recipes or a favorite place to go to for your gluten-free treats, those would be appreciated by any number of people. So, great. Anything else here?
I get to do a message.
No?
And I wanted to give you a quick financial update as we come to the end of the year. We're projecting that we're going to break even for this year, and breaking even has been made possible through your consistent giving, through the rental and the facilities income that we have here, and donations. For example, donations for this entire year, the inside and outside decor, that changes every single month. Our inside and outside plants. Small things, garbage bags, toilet paper, paper towels, Kleenex, copy paper, that is all donated. The flags that fly outside, the snacks and the coffee after church, and materials for all activities like cookie decorating, games night, etc. The lawn care, we have some dedicated volunteers that save us a lot of money by mowing the lawn. And lawn care is 2 small words, but it's a whole lot of work. And the cleaning. And so we really appreciate our volunteers. Without these donations, given in the spirit of joy and love for our spiritual community, we wouldn't be breaking even this year. However, Unity of Appleton hopes to provide for all of our needs in the near future. Right now, we have money set aside for specific things like our building fund, but we've had to borrow from that to pay our monthly expenses when the donations are low. So we really need your consistent financial support to provide the speakers, the gatherings, and the activities we all enjoy. You can help, please prayerfully consider a year-end donation to Unity of Appleton. And we are blessed and you are a blessing. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. And now it's time for our special rite of passage, the prayer of protection. So if you would stand, raise your hands, smile on your face, way up here. Get them up here so they go out into everybody out there. Blessings to you, blessings to each of you. Thank you all for being here today. Agree it's been a wow day? Yeah. Okay. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God protects us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And music to send us out.
We're here at Christmas time together to share